Welcome back, Kane Sterling, to another film review, 2-0 in 2023. So, versus FAMU, we're going ahead and take care of business. So, let's get straight into it. Trips here, they're going to motion into a trips bunch right. It's man coverage. Obviously, you see Wesley coming on. Daryl Porter and OJ are going to follow their men respectively. You're going to have this hitch here. Quarterback's going to have a bad decision being made. That's what happens when you have monsters and freakazoids chasing after him. This is going to be an ill-advised throw, going to be behind this receiver, but what a hell of a play here from Wesley Basaint. Get a hand on the football, which allows him to catch it off the tip and just ignited the whole sideline and the building. I mean, we were going crazy when we seen this. Hard Rock still filling in out this time. Everybody started rushing into their seats because we were going crazy because it was a play that deserved it. Once they put this on the Jumbotron, I mean, everybody was going bonanza. So shout out to Wesley making these type of plays. The announcer, because I hear like later on because obviously I'm at the game. Announcer said this is one of those homegrown talents that Mario Cristobal was able to, keep home. It's special and it's important. Arroyo so versatile in the running game and the passing game, and I like the way we're mixing it up here. 11 set, got a tight end here. We threw X this ball later on in the game off the orbit motion, so it's not just an empty motion all the time. So we do throw that to him. The defense have to account to that. But I like the run of the counter, man. I like running counter. Really good, especially when you can get guys pulling like an S. Cooper, who we can always depend on. Hey, this is your job to steal this end. That's what he's going to do. But to the football, Arroyo gets out in front. Sam Brown gets a pop on his guy. So great job running the football on the counter. This is going to be the touchdown. Love this because FAMU is going to be having a little bit of man coverage over here and a little bit of zone this way. So this is going to be a man beater slot fade. Or your little, it's like a levels concept with your hitch. So that safety's gone over here. They're communicating to each other. You have him who's this corner who's responsible for George with a little bit of zone to the left side, right? So you'll have Arroyo digging across, and you have a little speed out from the backfield and what we call a snag from Sam Brown, basically doing like a slant stop. So they're usually made with plays like speed out or quick out. So you get out this way. If a guy comes out, you boom, show him your numbers, stop when you're slant. So that was open. Cam Ward had eyes on other prize, but since they had like a mixed coverage and they went man this way, no one's looking here. So once Arroyo continues to cross on, there's nobody there. Touchdown. This is back-to-back weeks now that the tight end group was able to find the end zone first, to be a matter of fact, out of everybody. So look to the right, just allow Arroyo to get there. Ball was thrown with anticipation. Touchdown. Yeah, wowzers for Tyler Barron. I mean, he played a hell of a game versus Florida, and he just took off again versus Florida A&M. 12 set, you got their two tight ends here just trying to run a simple outside zone. Just will not be blocked, bro. Slips through a tackle, slips right by the guard. I mean, he's went in between two people here for this TFL. I mean, Tyler Barron is the real deal. There was a lot of hype on Twitter, beforehand. We see these guys calling him, he's a potential NFL first round draft pick at the end. And, obviously as Canes fans, we see some of his Tennessee stuff and it looked great. But man, yeah, he looked like a first round pick in a Canes uniform. I tell you that. We had some mix-ups in coverage, throughout the game here and there. But this one's going to be a good coverage sack here. Maybe a 2x2 set. Running back strapped up. Tight end was strapped up. Pretty much everybody, the receiver here, strapped up on their little snag. Quarterback tries to step up, in that space since everybody's dropping back. However, you see C.J. Clark, nice little spin move, great motor, following, tracking back to the quarterback. So, again, defensive line getting after it. Nice to see them boys get some sacks. Here comes spin. Nice effort. That's what you get for working hard. For my taste, Cam Ward got a little bit too much hits in on him yesterday. He's just too important to me, so I'm always cringing those. But obviously, Jalen Rivers is out, so we had Markel Bell starting at left tackle. Here's our first little mix-up when it comes to something with the pass protection. We don't know if Damian Martinez is supposed to go wide and Markel Bell is supposed to be inside, or if it's vice versa. So I'm not putting any blame on anybody. We don't know. But we know that, two guys were able to get in on our quarterback. So that's what we do know. And obviously we don't like that. So no idea what happened there. But I'm sure Coach Mario and Coach Mirabal are going to get that going. You see them talking about it right there. So whatever is going on with that, they'll go ahead and clean that up. Might not be a guy I root to get the ball for more than probably Riley Williams. Does a lot of dirty work, doesn't get as much touches as I would like. But I love to see this, man. Again, This is another man coverage with help, so they're double teaming Restrepo. So backs to the backs to the quarterback. They're not seeing what's going on. So when you play that that man over here, they're trying to bracket underneath Restrepo 2-2. That's going to leave that middle of the field wide ass open because you have this guy. Now he took the running back on that speed out this time. Now the middle of the field is wide open. This is very similar to the Elijah Arroyo touchdown that we just talked about earlier. Love the way Cam throws this. So when he threw this ball, we were like, yeah, that's a dot. It just looks so good. Obviously, Williams hurdling over guy also looks good. But very excited to see 88 in the middle of the field with the ball in his hands. Just because now the tight ends are starting to pop. It's a good time to be a Canes fan. And this is a 2x2 set here. I don't know how they've been paying so much attention to Xavier Restrepo, how this happens. This guy, I don't want to say whose job it was, but I can't tell what type of coverage they're in. But somebody got to be over the top here. It just didn't look good. And Cam Ward, kudos to him, saw it quickly. Because, look, he was looking to his left. Came out looking to his left, to his field side. Had a lot of cushion here. Could have hit Sam Brown. Then boom. Look back right. Xavier's running wide open down the field. Gets it out. Really good velocity on these throws. These deep balls, man. Very good velocity. Didn't have to run under it. Just nice, smooth, easy. Once he saw him, it was just guaranteed easy. And then we get into the Riley Williams 2-point conversion. I was so amazed that they actually snapped this because, when do we ever snap this? I always, as a fan, ask myself, what the hell is the purpose of doing all this? But then, hey, you actually caught them with the alignment that, you tell your guy to snap it if they have it. So nice that they gave it to him. Cool to see it being Riley Williams. Obviously, I talked about it earlier. I'm always cool with him getting the football more and more touches for him. So that's great for him. And obviously just great for me as a fan because, I always see this shit and be like, all right, bro, they just going to run in and kick the extra point. But we actually went for it and made it. That was cool. Going to catch us in a little bit of confusion here. A little trip set. Going to get Quan Lee. I know that's a name that Canes fans know. Was once committed here at University of Miami. Gets open on this corner route. I don't know how the hell you step out of bounds here, bro. You got way too much room, bro. I'm sorry. You got to slow yourself down, brother. You got to have a little bit more awareness than that. Great play, though. Jadaeus Richard and Markeith. Markeith sitting inside. Jadaeus is outside. He goes inside. Just a little bit of miscommunication. I have no idea who's correct there. We don't know these defensive schemes. So I don't really like to say, oh, this guy is wrong. This guy's not. I have no idea, if Jadaeus is supposed to follow or Markeith's supposed to go over. But that's just another mix-up that we got to get cleaned up. Because there's actually two big pass plays that they were able to squeak by on us. Gonna have a video of Jaden Harris coming out really, really soon. Probably the next day after you see this. So I would assume Monday or Tuesday. But his efficiency in the box and back deep is great. Trips here bunch. They're gonna get Quan Lee in motion, trying to get this into the backfield. Look how when he sees it and diagnoses how he shoots this. I mean, man, we knew he was a soccer player coming in, crazy athlete. Man, he looks good. He has short area quickness. He has elite burst. It looks really, really good, man. Shout out to Malik Bryant as well on the edge, disengaging and joining in on the action. Bro, Jaden Harris is hella impressive. See him ripping at that football later. Let me see if you get that other angle. Yes, sir. Shout out to Malik Bryant, Jaden Harris, but man, 7 looks good back there. Just again, trips here to the field side. I mean, to the near side, excuse me. 1-on-1 back here. Looks like there's just content with having man with help underneath. And this is just a freaking dot because you have one safety high in the middle for Cam Ward to put this football in. Because look, right here behind, you see Xavier Restrepo turning his head. As soon as he passes the second level of the linebackers, Cam Ward is putting some velocity on this football. Because any later, you're going to get X killed. And that thing was right where it needed to be, bro. Look, let me see if I can pause it perfect. Bro, this man caught it right in the bucket to put it away. So, again, a super dot. I do kind of low-key want to see more, downfield passing. Bro, I'm sorry. I just love it. So these type of plays get me excited because I do think that's the next step. There were some downfield shots that we missed, but we hit both to X, so I'm cool with that. This year we've had a lot more trips bunch formations here. So you get a Jacoby X in tight or tight end tight right here. McCormick, we had Xavier Zay Horton backside 101. Great here protection here from the offensive line. That's why this play is here. They had all day. Shout out to McCormick as well, helping. Don't like that hit Cam Ward took late. I don't like any of these hits. Anytime I see Cam Ward get hit, I get nervous. It's just because he's too important. But love the way Horton came from all the way on the other side. We saw him coming over. Like you literally saw Horton making a beeline all the way in. He actually earned this catch because this is him on the other side. He's seen Cam Ward scramble around, and he's making himself available. He went pretty much across the entire field. We saw him working, and then Cam Ward actually hit him. It was crazy in person to see it. I sit on this side, so it was lovely. But Horton, great effort to make his way across the field, bro. He was running a post route originally, if I'm not mistaken. Hooked back all the way around, came back and caught him. I love Horton, so nice to see him make plays. I love this play design. Obviously, 2x2 set, 12 set. You got, two tight ends here, McCormick and Riley Williams. I love that you got the mesh concept going with McCormick and Isaiah Horton. That's 2 6'4" guys going right across the middle. Then you got freaking Riley Williams, a 6'8" guy or 6'7" guy coming right here in the middle. There's just so much big bodies flying around that you can't even keep eyes on Chris Johnson. They're going to bring a guy here off the edge, which is going to hurt their numbers, obviously, in this position. Cam Ward, being a veteran, is going to attack them in that vacated space on the blitz. So he knew where that guy where he was going with the football easy. But I just love the design. As a defender, if I'm sitting on my toes, bro, I got Isaiah Horton, 6'4", running here. Cam McCormick, 6'4" plus, running here. Riley Williams, 6'8". And there's just so much big bodies going around that there was nobody to help account for that nickel blitz. Obviously, it's really nice to see CJ get his first touchdown of the year. And, yeah, he looked fast. When we brought in Marley Cook, the emphasis was, hey, this guy has a different first step. He could pass rush from interior. Look at Marley Cook here on this first step. My God, that was impressive. If he didn't think that, this guy had the ball, he was going to be in that backfield at the runner in a second. Tears his man up. Love to see the, Malik Bryant played stout on the edge. Love the snaps he gave. I'm going to be giving him another shout out. I believe it's quarter 3, but we'll get there when we get there. But solid defensive line play, across the board. Moten going at a double team. Malik Bryant holding his edge. Marley Cook blowing that up from the beginning, just shooting off the ball. Also, forgot to mention how I like the way, a lot of guys like, the big hitters you hear about in high school, like Popo was. Usually they just run and hit things. Love the way Popo navigated through the traffic here. Took the easiest and quickest route to the quarterback while helping, Moten and Malik Bryant clean up. So love the way he just didn't run and hit the first thing he saw. Going to be trips here to the field side. I'm just going to get a little screen here coming into the number 2. Great job here from FAMU initially getting their bodies out. But here's Zaquan Patterson here in a one-on-one situation. Gets through, knifes through, one-on-one tackle. Great. We've seen this from Zaquan during his high school career at Chaminade. Always been a very strong tackler. So nice to see him just in a Canes uniform, close down in space. You're taking a look here at Justin Scott, the 5-star freshman's first sack here. See him just blow up this left guard. Honestly, just straight pure power. And you get the quarterback down to the ground around his ankles. But first sack of the career for Justin Scott, one of many. I would like to not only assume, but pretty much guarantee, because he's a freak of nature on the inside. So love to see here that he's been making noise in camp. Played a little bit last week versus Florida. Almost said Florida State. And obviously he played a lot more versus FAMU. Man, Tyler Barron coming off the edge is special. I mean, look at that bend. He literally just took like 3 steps, leaned over, like while he's bending. Like, that's crazy. And almost got a safety. Clean sack. But I think it's safe to say, Canes family, that number 9 is going to be, one of the best players on our defense. This is without Ruben Bain, being back in the lineup. But man, Tyler Barron's going to hold down Tyler Barron's going to destroy this right tackle off the edge and back him straight into the quarterback. That's going to lead to this sack. Obviously, he's super special. We're getting into it. I do also want to point out that Cole McConaughey is doing pretty much the same thing from the left to the left tackle, pushing him almost to the quarterback. So nice to see the freshman defensive lineman holding his own, powering through. Everybody's really high on Cole McConaughey. I can see why, and everybody's obviously really high on Tyler Barron. But love to see, pretty much both tackles met each other, getting pushed back by our defensive end. So extremely, powerful play on both guys on the edge. With we pretty much our left side offensive line starters from last game. We're out with Jalen Rivers and Ryan Rodriguez, even though Matthew McCoy and Ryan Rodriguez went drive for drive. So love the competition going on there. Trips here to the field side. Love this block here from from McCoy. Helps Carpenter right here. All right, did my job. Now let me get up to the second level. I'll get to that linebacker, and that's what allows Fletcher to burst through. And obviously, we know once Fletcher gets rolling in the open field, he's hard to take down and get that stride going. But a very good job here from Matthew McCoy. Another third-year guy, high school recruit that's been developed. And he looks good, man. He looks some good snaps versus Florida. He'll have a video, coming soon. But that's him. Let me stop, over clicking. That's him helping seal here, and then now getting a hat on 45, which allows Mark Fletcher to burst through. I love this RPO, little speed out. You see the block here. Everybody's just either I'm running it, or I'm giving it, or actually low key. I could have sworn it was RPO. I think it's more design. But the way Mark Fletcher took it, everybody's on offensive line tells me this is RPO because the way they're blocking. But regardless, love the way block on the perimeter here. Give my dog X the ball in space. I'm gonna just classify as RPO effort. I don't even know why I'm taking it to that deep. But it's Sam Brown, great block here. And this is the second person that Restrepo is gonna take out the game with injury. Obviously, he shook the life out of the guy at Florida next week, and now he's trucking this dude who does not enter back into this game. Hopefully, he's okay. I'm not really one to be hype about players getting injured, but. That's the new one. We've seen Restrepo burn you. We've seen Restrepo shake you. We've seen Restrepo do the diving catches, the this, the that. Now you're seeing X just truck shit. So Fletcher's going to go ahead and finish this one off. Run to the left side. It's a little 12 set. So he's two tight ends here. The two, McCormick and Riley Williams. Get him in here, crashing. That whole offensive line going this way. Riley Williams with the kick out block here, butt to the football. Everybody's washing down this way. Great job from McCoy. Great job from McCormick and Carpenter. You see everybody still pushing into the end zone. Love this swag from Inez Cooper. A little bit of late of a little push right there at the end. But, I like that swag. Get off my dog. Who do you think you is, my boy? Just the swagger of that offensive line. They kind of really took on that personality and persona of, Coach Mario. And honestly, Coach Mirabal, because he might be one of the most fired up guys you see in practice, to be honest. We're going to come out a little different. It looks like a little too high man under, but we send OJ here off the edge. But it doesn't really matter because they're trying to roll away. And great job here in coverage on the outside and inside by Daryl Porter. Quan Lee is literally strapped to oblivion. But again, Elijah Austin this is a whiff on that by that left tackle. That's crazy. And it's unfortunate because you get a kid hurt. This guy here blocking, trying to do his best. He gets rolled up on because you couldn't even make a touch or any type of effort. 62, that just looked bad. But sacking party over, sack party at the quarterback, man. Everybody's invited. It's 3rd and 15. We're rushing 3, so we're playing coverage here. We got Elijah Austin dropping flat. We got a little inverted coverage here going on. A lot of guys bracketed. You can see a couple of jerseys, resources being used here. A 3-man rush. So just look at Tyler Barron. Initially start his rush from the outside and get inside, swipe those hands. 62 didn't have really good snaps this drive at all because he doesn't really get much hands on Elijah Austin, and then obviously doesn't get hands really on Tyler Barron, who only needs one hand to get a sack apparently because he just literally – this quarterback's kind of big. I ain't gonna lie. He kind of big. Not like the 6'5" Josh Allen type of guy. He's just more he's a chunky quarterback looking like. So to knock him down with one arm, pretty. I love Horton, love his route running. This is stuff that I know he's picked up from the trade. Look at this step 1, 2, 3 at the top of your top of your curl. No back to the football. It's a down your stem, straight down your stem type of way to break. So it's gonna go left, right, left. So instead of turning and then having a time point where your back's to the quarterback and you have to get around, this time now you drop, boom, 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 and you always have your eyes on that quarterback. So you'll never miss the ball, which is a great thing that he did it this way because that ball was out early with anticipation. Cornerbacks bailing. Cam Ward knew he was going with that football. So a great way that you didn't have any wasted motion in that route. You can get your eyes back to that football because it was on you quick, Horton. So good job for you. Trips here to the right. Looks like a little sail route here from X. And then as he extends the play, taking another hit. I hate how Cam Ward was taking so much hits. The X gets downfield with it. I ain't gonna lie. Talked about Sam Brown not coming down with a ball I thought he could have had. So I can't do it. I can't not say it about it with X. Obviously, he's known for making these type of catches. He gets the PI. But obviously you expect X to come down with these more than not. I just can't not say anything about it since I said something about Sam Brown. I'm going to say something about his next play coming up. So got to come down with that one. But he's going to come down with those more often than not. A lot of trips bunch formations. We're motioning Lofton into the backfield. Gets in that little lead block, and now this is all Damian Martinez, man. This is his first touchdown of his Hurricanes career. Mark Fletcher got some of that goal line work early. Now here comes Damian reaping the benefits. So again, look at this offensive line. This replay video. Here's Carpenter nudging over. You see the tricks to the trade. Matthew McCoy hat to the hat. Elijah Lofton now he's sealing. Markel Bell sealing. Now it's all about Inez Cooper. Inez Cooper's getting his job done right here. Now it's literally all about just Martinez breaking tackles, now showing some of that breakaway speed. He's had some 6-7 yard runs. He's had some 9-yard runs. He's had some, 12, 15, 20-yard runs. But this was the one that you really saw him now, showing some more speed in the open field. Funky set, 2 backs and a trips bunch. So they motion him in tight. Trying to get this little mesh concept going, get that going. Get this guy downfield. Now you got your flat, right? Obviously, our pass rush is tremendous. So we're getting in there. Elijah Lofton, if he doesn't lose a little bit of balance, he probably knocks that ball down, gets out there. But look at OJ and Popo, 2 young guys, a freshman and a redshirt freshman, closing in space, making open field tackles with some authority. There was a little bit, fans, not heading out because Hard Rock has a lot of ventures. A lot of people go down to the bars and like the Benihanas and all that stuff. But you could hear everybody when this hit was coming down. I was walking to get some Dippin' Dots, and all you hear was when Popo laid that stick. We still have like normal kickoffs in college football, thank God. So nice to see CJ back here. Again, just make some plays. Just a little jump cut. The next thing you know, that speed allows you to crease through. Just one little jump cut. Next thing you know, now he's 20 yards downfield. That's just the difference with that type of speed. Right here, you would think, oh, man, this is it. He's going to get taken down, one jump cut. Now he's just getting leverage. And another 20 yards from that first contact, which was just an arm tackle. So nice to see CJ get some burn at kick return. Everybody named Mama, has him at kick return on NCAA. It just makes sense. Trips here to the field side. Looks like they're trying to get 2 slants going. And then Jacoby on that whip, kind of very similar to the route X to where that guy's leg up on, but he gets caught up because this guy's holding. They're trying to get him to come back this way. It's not there. Would have been a long throw anyway. Cam Ward. I was, again, this was towards our end zone. I was hyped. But man, I don't want this man doing all this, bro. He just means too much. But he's a dog. He wants to be out there. He wants to be competing. So you really can't take this away from him, bro. You can't. He had a lot of red zone rushing touchdowns at Washington State in his career. Obviously, this is one of the more crazy ones, jumping over 3 people and maintaining possession of the football over the goal line. But we'll take it. We'll take it. As long as he walks up, okay, I'm cool with it. I'm a fan of the trips bunch. You can get guys to mix up coverages. You can get guys, free releases in man. So I like that. Zone read here with Poff. A lot of people don't know, man. Poffenbarger got that juice, my boy. Obviously, they hit that spin move. Ooh, my boy Poff. A lot of people don't know, man. And, and obviously in the spring game, you can't really see him, a quarterback with legs, really affected. Same thing with Ja'Carri Brown his whole time here. You never really see that aspect. But Poff got some juice, my boy. Little trips here. JoJo's number 2. So we're going to witness the first catch of JoJo and Nikar's career. Just a little quick screen. Get it out to him in space. Great job blocking here from Nikar. I think he actually did really earned that next football coming to him because I like the effort on that play. I really do. Obviously, congrats to JoJo getting that first career reception and getting it out the way. But got to shout out Nikar for that. Like the effort from there because they're starting receivers and the receivers above them show that type of effort. So you want to get on the field, you want to get your looks and your reps. That's what you got to do. Shout out to Nikar for that. Great job. He's going to actually catch this ball coming up, and he earned that target. Right here, corner playing way off. Go ahead, stop it. Poffenbarger, he's a veteran. He's played a lot of games. He's a junior now. So after starting 2 years, you see a corner bailing. You got a guy running a hitch. Go ahead, man. Just toss that out there. Ain't no point in just wasting time. Easy throw, first down, first catch in Nikar's career, going for a first down. Earn that target after that block for JoJo. Jordan Lau, obviously a lot of fans were surprised to see him last week as early as they did, but not really the surprise to people in the building or what you heard. He's is one of the most ready to play players. Great job here from Pancake. Guys trying to get outside, go ahead, let him. You know where that ball is going to. Great job staying in front of him, while the rest of the offensive line is washing down. Great job here from Luke Cristobal at right tackle. Helps chip here on the center. You see that left nudge. We were just talking about that earlier. Great job by Luke Cristobal. And then getting to the second level. Big play by Luke Cristobal right there. That's a big-time block. Has some blockers downfield. Great effort. Love to see that. Nikar again. Actually, no, that's Chance Robinson. Yeah, it is Chance Robinson. Great job of blocking on the outside. Love the way these young receivers are blocking. But, again, kudos to Luke Cristobal. He's the one who pops this run free. And Jordan Lau is going to go ahead and kick this in next week. Next play. It was happy birthday. Scored the happy birthday touchdown. Great to see freshman players making plays like that. And then the depth on the offensive line is starting to show through. Taking a look at Bobby Pruitt's first career interception. They're trying to get this mesh here. They got 2x2. Had a guy lined up, sneaking at a tight end. Now they got that wheel route. Great job here from Booker Pickett, the DN that took that. That's downfield. I know a lot of people didn't realize this or see it in person, but this is Booker Pickett running downfield on that wheel route. Great job here. Makes the quarterback get off it because that's where the quarterback wanted to go, to be real with you, but he couldn't. Now he had to come back here. Now he has this traffic and this crosser. Thinks 84 is going to make it across. Boom, he gets messed up. He gets caught up with his own guy, and Bobby's just reading the quarterback the whole time. Not mad at the lineman. You never know if a guy catches the pick and he's down or not. So I know people were booing at that hit. You never know. He's the offensive lineman. He's not a defensive player. But again, great job here from Booker Pickett. That's going to make this guy go off the read he wanted to go to, and now he's fluttering. Doesn't know where he wants to go with the football, and now got Bobby Pruitt doing a great job reading his eyes. He's expecting 84 to get across here. Here comes Anthony Campbell with some great pressure and Cole McConaughey. Team defense, man. I know Cameron Pruitt's going to get this pick. Congrats to him. Booker Pickett, Anthony Campbell, and McConaughey, all played their part in this rep. Great job here. Great team defense. Everybody's celebrating. This is how it's supposed to be. Let Poff, take more shots. Cam Ward was still taking shots, deep into the third quarter. But him infecting the game with his legs. Again, Poff got more juice than people recognize. He's a legit 4 or 5 athlete. He can get things done in space. 2x2 set there. Passing play now. Poff doesn't like it. Has some pressure coming off now the left side. Steps up in the pocket. This is, again, where the athleticism people underestimate, man. I'm trying to tell you. Look at that boy hit that spin move. I see you, Poff. Trips to the field side. A.J. Allen was really good for us last year, so I'm not surprised to see him make these type of plays. Trips here to the field side. Simple side zone. The vision, the cuts. two hands on the football. You know, the power, the spin. I mean, he ran hard. I always liked AJ Allen. We're gonna need him at some point this season. Obviously, it's kind of like not weird seeing him as the fourth back. Behind obviously Damian Martinez and Mark. But you're seeing Jordan Lyle and you're seeing CJ. So you're seeing a guy like AJ Allen, that the talent we all know he has, fighting for that fourth spot, for reps, or that fourth reps. That's insane. That means this running back room is godly because this guy is good. This quarterback's had enough. He came in late, but he's had enough. You got man coverage here. Literally, Darius Hayes sitting right there, dropping right underneath this slant. Go ahead, throw it to my dog. Ill-advised. Get that pick. Obviously, his high school career, he had a lot of interceptions and a lot of good coverage tape. This is the quarterback who went over there and threw that. See what happens to him on the sideline. Not even trying. This is the most nonchalant. Like, all right, little bro. Literally, is Zaquan telling his ass too. The most nonchalant. All right, little bro. Crazy as hell. Would drop right underneath that slant. Happy for him. Everybody happy for a freshman making plays like that. That's going to go ahead and wrap up this film review. We're on to Ball State next week. Pack the Rock. I like the crowd at the Rock. I thought they announced 57,000. It looked like that once it packed in. So everybody gets to the Rock 3:30. Go Canes.